Hi, my name is Brandon Luba, and I am the creator of GetMora.AI, previously known as MoneyManager.Solutions. This has been something that I've been working on for probably about 2 years now. It all started with my own kind of vision that I had to help myself manage money a bit better. At the moment, there were some tools, there were some Excel sheets that I was kind of going through, but with the new integration of I thought that this would be the perfect use case to be able to leverage AI with your bank data. I originally started doing it with being able to create a Excel sheet and then dump that data in the AI and be able to query it. But I noticed that that wasn't quite scalable. So I built myself a version of this, which I wish I would have kept for reference. But the early iterations were definitely something. But since then, it's scaled. I've taken security into consideration. I've looked into integration, so no longer importing Excel. I'm now tied in with Plaid that allows me to import from multiple bank accounts. And not only that, it has automatic sync, which is nice. So there's no need to manually adjust. As it stands now, um, more syncs every 6 hours, depending or not on how many users that hit the app at a given time. I might increase that or decrease it, or I might have a manual sync button. But the cool thing is about this app is it's going to be based off of user feedback. So I have a Facebook page. I'm going to open up a Discord channel. So people that do use the app will be able to provide input and I'll be able to add said features. But just want to kind of go through, do a little tour. So this is just all demo data that's imported from Plaid in their dev environment. So what I did is I synced the bank accounts and I have like a cool little graph for each one that kind of shows you a 6 month summary of how the account is doing. It also shows you for your credit cards the amount that's owed and the availability. And then just kind of going through, I have some other tabs that you can reference. One of the ones is the overview tab. And here we have just general information on the account. And then we have a cool little money flow diagram. You can choose to do just the category, or you can break it down to category and merchant. And then it has credit utilization, emergency fund, and your account risk and net worth. So really good information at a glance. Moving on to the transaction tab, we have all the transactions for all of the accounts, which is great if you're not looking to have to sign into each individual bank account and you just want to know all the transactions for all your accounts. Now, the one thing that I created that I thought was pretty phenomenal was the filter. So this is a global filter that will be applied throughout all the tabs. And you can actually choose if you just want to filter on certain accounts. You can choose the time range. Say if I just want to filter on the last 30 days, you can do expenses or income. And then you can also select the categories. And a lot of these categories are automatically added based on the Plaid integration. However, I do have it to where you can toggle and check any kind of uncategorized category and then assign it manually. Moving on to the budget tab, we have predefined budgets. I might change this later, but essentially it follows the 50-30-20 rule, which is 50% essentials, 30% personal and wants, and then 20% of income goes to savings and debt. And you can kind of expand these out, and then you can expand them out further to kind of see where that money is going specifically. So it'll tell you if you're overspending a certain category. Moving on, I have the categories tab. A lot of these are auto-populated, and for ones that are not, there's a AI analysis that goes through, and it'll tell you what it thinks that these categories fall under, and it's as simple as just clicking it, and it adds it to that category. As far as the calendar, this is probably one of my favorite features. You can go back in time and you can actually see the transactions. And it kind of does a breakdown. If you click on a date, you can kind of see what exactly you bought or whenever money was added to your account at that time. I have a subscription tab. I'm either going to rename this to reoccurring or I'm going to add better detection for subscriptions because as you can see here, there's Starbucks and McDonald's are listed, which technically aren't subscriptions, but it's identified it as a reoccurring. So I might either do a breakout tab or have something that identifies as reoccurring versus subscriptions. This is the AI integration. So basically you can ask it information about the account and it will be able to output that said information in reference to your account summary, overview, transactions, budget, categories, and specific dates. I like to use it for the tutorial. So let me ask it a question. So now it has a interactive tour. So if you have any questions about any of these specific tabs, some of these might look a little different in production, like inbox, financial health, and the neural network I'm still working on. So those haven't been pushed yet, but I'm looking to have those within the next month. But for example, if I just wanted a tutorial of some of these tabs that exist, I can start the interactive tour. And let me
show you around.
Audio here. 1 second. Okay, and let me click next.
Your total balance is minus $40,452.32. Here are your account cards. You can see the balance and recent activity for each one. Here's your accounts panel showing all linked accounts. Click here to connect more bank accounts. Click on an account for more options. Great job, you've completed the account summary tour.
So I kind of built that out for each individual tab. I might adjust them depending on what kind of feedback I get. So if it's not as clear as it needs to be, again, it's something that, this app is going to be based around. It's going to be, user feedback. I have a couple other ways to interact with Mora, not just the AI insights. We have this here, which is a button that you can toggle and you can ask it about the account. So I can, let's see, can you tell me about my account?
Sure, here's a quick overview of your accounts. Account balances 1. Plaid CD, $1,000. 2. Plaid checking, $110. 3. Plaid money market, $43,200. 4.
So that's the basic gist. I mean, you can really ask it anything. And if you do find that you do ask it something, it's not able to provide a decent response, I can always tailor that to be able to handle those requests. And there is a third method to be able to utilize the AI, which is this button here. And then same kind of thing, you can ask your question or you can click the little sphere and it also has the ability to be able to talk. And you notice that the audio, that TTS, which is text to speech, how it sounds with a certain accent, that will be depending on your local browser configuration. You can use the native TTS that I have integrated, which was through ChatGPT, by going to settings, and you can toggle, let me see here, you can go and you can toggle this on. However, it does utilize more credits because it is sending that data out to ChatGPT to then send that information back. If you're okay with your local TTS and how Mora sounds, you can leave it locally. If you don't have the best quality for text to speech, you can toggle that on and it'll just utilize a little bit more of those AI credits that you're assigned per account. So if I scroll up, you can kind of see how many are utilized. So it's really up to you. I wanted to give people that option to be able to choose from those two things. With that being said, I could spend all day going through all the different charts that I've added and kind of how everything works. But I just wanted to do a quick introduction video, give you the basics of what Mora Mora.AI is about. But yeah, feel free to explore it. If you have any questions, let me know. And again, the domain to be able to get the app is GetMora.AI. Thank you.